Okay, so when I'm factoring by grouping, I first start by looking at the polynomial in two separate groups. The first group right here, if I look, I have an x to the third and an x squared. This means that I can take out what's in common, which would be two x's. So I would take out x squared. That would leave me with an x plus 2 behind. So this is like if I were sliding out two of these x's to the very front, it would leave me with one x right here. I put that down here. If I slid out x squared, it would leave me with a 2, and I would put that down here. So I'm done looking at this first group, and I'm going to move on to the second group. When I look at the second group, this time I don't have x's in common, but I do have numbers. I need to look for a number that goes inside of 2 and inside of 4 evenly. So in this case, I can take out a 2 because 2 divides into both of these. And if I were to slide out a 2, it's kind of like dividing. So that would leave me with an x here. And then 4 divided by 2 would be 2. So now, at this point, I'm done looking at it in separate groups, and I'm going to start looking at it as a whole. So now, just like before, I need to look for what these have in common. This time, I've got an x plus 2 that they have in common. So I'm going to take it out and pull it to the very front. So if I were looking right here, if I took that x plus 2 out, I would be left with the x squared. So I'm going to put the x squared right there. And then if I were to slide out this x plus 2, that would leave me with a 2. And I would just carry that 2 down here. So then this would be my final answer. Whenever I do this, like especially on this step, I need to make sure that if I were to take this 2 back inside, it would leave me with what I was up here with. So if I took this 2 in, it would be 2x, and then 2 times 2 would give me 4. That means I did do this part right. So my final answer would be the x plus 2 times x squared plus 2.